All right. Excuse me. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a makeup game from last night between Osage High School and Marshall High School. Marshall is on the right, and then Osage is on the left. So right away, we can see Osage coming out, getting rid of the Warwick and Annie. Meanwhile, Marshall's going to go ahead and return the favor, get rid of the Renekton and Hecarim. So Osage taking away a mid laner here as well. I'm going to assume Marshall will do the same, and they are. So we see three mid laners banned, a top, and two jungle. So right away, Osage locks in the Mordekaiser top. It's going to go ahead and most likely be met with the Maokai. Maokai is pretty powerful right now, given that he's got just a ton of sustain in lane. Lee Sin, pretty viable jungler right now. A lot of good engage. Personally, I can't play Lee Sin. He's way too squishy. But I can play Sejuani because all I can really play are super tanky boys. Or in that case, a tanky girl. Osage is going to go ahead and lock in the Diana for mid as well. And then Marshall locks in the Vlad. I like the Vlad because of the pool ability to go away from Diana. So I like that. So now we're going to go ahead and see some bot lane bans coming out here. Marshall taking away the MF. Tristana is answered. I would go ahead and get rid of just another ADC. But they're going to go ahead and get rid of the Xerath. So maybe thinking that somebody would play a Xerath support. And then they're going to go get rid of my favorite, which is the Nautilus. So still, I'd like to see on the Marshall side probably something a little bit tankier with some poke distance. So, you know, the Thresh is good. The Leona is still good. A lot of CC and just good engage. They're going to go ahead and lock in the Ashe. So, really good late game carry. And then Osage locking in the Caitlyn. I prefer the Caitlyn poke in this team comp, especially now paired with the Morgana. So, they have the Sejuani, and there's the Leona, so called that one. Good, go me. Probably going to go ahead and give the early game advantage over to Osage. I'm not... Don't be mad at me if I'm getting the name wrong on that one, too, so I apologize. But pretty good early game poke. The engage from the Sejuani, pretty good. Mord should just be able to pretty much bully the Maokai for a little bit. Probably until Maokai is able to go back and get, what is it? The Spectral Cowl, the 1200 cost that builds into Spirit Visage. And I'm guessing that should probably be the first item that Maokai builds as well. Just because it answers the Diana and the Mordekaiser. And then even the Morgana too. So I'll be curious to see how Marshall plays this bot lane. Because the Morg with the spell shield can, if she's good enough down there in the bot lane, can easily kind of drop the CC or the engage there from the Leona. I definitely like the burst ability between the Vlad, Ashe, and Lee Sin. So I'm going to say win condition for Marshall. Early game Lee Sin ganks, preferably in the bot lane. In order to go ahead and snowball that Ashe Leona into the bot. As far as for Osage, I mean, I could see an early roam coming out of the Diana going top. Or even to the bot too, because Ashe is going to be relatively squishy. She doesn't have much peel if the Leona uses her engage. So I could easily see the Diana rotating down into the bot lane. Sejuani could probably look for an early gank at 3 top as well. So once Mord hits 3, if he's able to go ahead and drag her in, and then Sejuani can come in, get a knock up and stun there as well, and just kind of really lock the Maokai in place. So either way, you got hyper scaling bot laners, and then you got some pretty ridiculous late game mid laners too. So and never throw Maokai or Mordekaiser out of that damage dealing category either. So should be a pretty good matchup here. This is one of the last games for the week here, and then after tonight's game, I will try to get week 2 up and running to the best of my ability. But I am still missing a match from, it looks like, Mid Prairie and Newman Catholic. And then Hilliard A and Hilliard B, I don't have matches reported for them either. So if those aren't in by the end of the night, I'm going to have to go ahead and give both teams forfeits for both of those matches since they haven't been reported. So if any of you are watching from those 4 schools or know somebody that's watching from them, have them reach out to me and just report what the match result was, so that way then we can go ahead and make sure that the standings are up to date and accurate. So again, for those of you that are just tuning in, don't know really too much of what's happening, we got a 4-week mini league that we're running with matches on Saturday and Monday. We got 20 schools, 10 from Ohio, 5 from Wisconsin, 4 from Iowa, and 1 from Michigan. So got 20 different high schools from around the Midwest competing, doing a Swiss-style bracket this time around. It works pretty well considering the number of teams that we have as well, and honestly, for the skill level across the board here should make for a pretty balanced tournament as well. We have everything from teams with a couple plats to teams that are pretty dispersed from like gold to iron 1 or iron 2. So pretty good skill disparity across the board. I really don't put too much into rank because a lot of the times it's just how much can you grind. And in order to get higher up, when you're playing a team comp like this and 5v5, a lot more strategy goes into the game, and we'll see how our schools do here. So we go ahead and we'll throw up the overlay, get myself out of the window mode here so it looks a little bit better. Saw some early pings coming out of Osage here, so maybe they are looking for this 5-man invade, which, given the team comp, could prove deadly here. Let's see here. Mord started Q, so I really would have preferred to have seen him start with the E, just for the engage. All right, so Marshall should see that they are coming now, and they got this nice pixel bush ward here as well. This is one of my favorite wards that I don't think enough people do. Like, I'm mid silver, low gold elo, but like this simple ward at about 1:20 on either side here is super beneficial. Really gives you that kind of early game knowledge as to where the enemy jungler is. You can see too, Diana chooses to place her up here at the blue just in case they think that Lee Sin is going to kind of go for the counter jungling. Because then that would tell me that Sejuani is going to go red, Raptors, maybe Krugs, and do a full bot side clear. Let's see how maybe smart I am. Maybe. And it looks like Sedge is actually just going to go path straight up to her blue. Lee Sin's going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. It looks like he's going to go ahead and path down to his blue as well. I do like Ash's W in the early game, though. I think that's just super clean. Allows her to push that first wave into a good spot here, especially against a Caitlyn, when we know Caitlyn's just going to be able to poke pretty good. Yeah, Maokai's going to go ahead and get bullied a little bit up under lane here. Probably should try to avoid taking too much minion aggro here, though. Ooh, getting pulled there by the Mord. Ooh, tough play there by the Lee Sin, but gonna go ahead and try to get a little bit back here. A couple early flashes. There's the sun coming out. Lee Sin's gonna say keep going. Oh, so close to first. Oh, gets it. Nice. Nicely played there by Marshall. Little aggressive for a level 2 gank there, but they're able to go ahead and pull that off and get that Ashe an early game assist, and now they should be able to go ahead and really push that wave. Vlad having a nice trade here in the mid lane with Diana, getting her relatively low. I think Ashe and them should go ahead and consider to just back here. Would have been a little bit smarter in my opinion. Overstaying a little bit too much in lane. But at the same time, don't have much gold in order to spend. Really would have probably only been like boots and maybe a like a fast blade or whatever. I forget what that one's called. The wave again pushing in. Lee Sin making these plays here in the mid, but it's not going to be enough in order to go ahead and get the kill here. Meanwhile, Maokai and Mord are trading up here in the top. Mord's actually doing keeping up there with the CS, which, considering that he's under tower as much as he is, hasn't received much help yet. But I like the impact that this Lee Sin is right now having on the match here. Some pressure coming out here on the bot side. Oh, Leona, careful. You can't be stepping there. Maokai getting a little low here. Has to be careful. All right. We see the bush is warded, so they know that he's here. Lee Sin looking to go for it anyways. Misses the engage there, but it's just enough to go ahead and pull back, let his bot lane reset a little bit here. Get some of those charges there off of the relic shield. So heal up the Ashe a little bit. And meanwhile, just Maokai's up there just farming under his turret. Not much really has changed up there. Mord sitting at about almost 150 gold lead right now. Could probably look to back here and start by getting that first little chunk of the I'm drawing a blank on the item. I apologize. Having a brain fart. It's a Tuesday. But it's the one that's got the amplifying tome, and then it's for an additional 465. I know what item I'm thinking of, but the name escapes me. All right, so Marshall's bot lane looking to go ahead and back here. Ashe should be able to go ahead and come back to lane with BF. I think this lane's going to go ahead and probably slow push a little bit back out here. Depending on how much Caitlyn's going to go ahead and try to speed clear here. Okay, so Lee Sin starting to make his way top here. Although he's got the same CS right now as Sejuani here. Does have the kill advantage, so... But then, nice job there by Osage. Alright, so now we could see that Lee Sin is just going to go ahead and try to counter jungle here, which I like. He knows that Sejuani is bot, so electing to go ahead and clear out the top side of the jungle. There's really not too much up on his jungle camp here other than his red buff. And I don't think Sejuani would really want to make that play to try to go ahead and go for that. A little bit too risky in my opinion. All right, here comes the ultimate out of Vlad. Couple nice trades here. Oh, Lee Sin, what a play. Nice job there by the Marshall jungler. Meanwhile, Maokai getting caught up here in the Death Realm. And, oh, that's a turret shot too. A little bit too aggressive. I'm going to go ahead and quick back up just a little bit so we can go ahead and jump up. Yeah, so it looks like Mord just stayed a little bit too long there. Took that last turret shot, and that was all she wrote down there. So this is going to put Maokai in a very good situation. Should look to just try to push out this, like, clear it out as fast as you can here. Doesn't have much mana in order to try to push out the waves, but now Maokai sitting on almost 1,800 gold here. Should be able to go ahead and get quite a bit there, especially, again, probably the Spirit Visage being the first one. Oh, the Leona engaged there, and that's enough in order to drop the Morgana as well. So Marshall taking a 4-0 lead here, looking commanding down here in the bot lane. And Lee Sin is just making big plays all over the map, looking really solid there. Really haven't seen much yet out of the Sejuani, who is almost 6 now, so could just be looking to wait for 6, so she's got the ultimate to engage with, but looks like Maokai is going maybe more the Abyssal Mask route, which I think is, I mean, it's going to be beneficial to Vlad as well, but with his passive, I really think the Spirit Visage helps a little bit more. Both are going to go ahead and give you the cooldown reduction, but the extra healing regen that comes from Spirit Visage, I think is just ridiculous. So yeah, meanwhile, Maokai's just going to go ahead and continue to push this lane back up under turret. Alright, so look down here at the bot too. Oh, looks like Osage looking to maybe try to come and take this blue buff away here. Oh, it's pretty low. Lee Sin got the smite. Gonna go ahead and smite it away. Waited just perfectly for the Diana to go ahead and engage, but ooh, the Ash arrow just barely misses here. All right, we got 3 members in the river here. Uh-oh, Vlad getting caught out, but he's got the pool in order to go ahead and get away. Waiting for the Lee Sin potentially to come in and gank. Nice big heals there out of the Vlad, and he's just going to go ahead and walk right back up under turret and be okay. Now, it does cost him his pool, his flash, and his ultimate, but doesn't give a kill back over to Osage, which is, you know, I go ahead and call that a win. Ooh, Maokai dodging there. The problem with Maokai into this Mord here is you're just not going to do enough damage in order to go ahead and really deal with him. Oh, got to be careful. Mord does have the flash. Could be looking to go ahead and do the flash Q. Going to go for the flash Q. Not going to be enough. Big turret shots here. Mord should be able to go ahead and heal back up pretty quick here. Oh, watch out, Maokai. Be careful. Okay. If Mord lands another E here, easily going back over into his favor. But it looks like the Maokai just going to go ahead and play safe here. Really should just look to back. I mean, you got TP, so just take the TP. You're sitting on 700 gold here, so you should be all right. I mean, you just really don't want to give him an excuse right now. So, yeah, because he's just going to keep regenning, although Maokai has some serious regen up there too on the top. Do you see a Mountain Drake is about to come up here on the bot side as well? Ash and Leona doing a pretty good job here. Ash is a little bit lower in the CS department. Does have the kill advantage though. But again, like I expected this Caitlyn to have that advantage over the Ash. She's just got so much more poke range. Lee Sin looking for a play here in the mid. I don't know if he got spotted out there or not, but Diana playing passive, respecting the fact that he could be nearby. Couple additional turret plates going down here in the bot. Ash electing to go with the QSS right away. I mean, I respect that you're respecting, but that's quite a bit. Like that's a big chunk of gold there early for, well, I guess the Sejuani alt. And again, Osage is going to go ahead and take the dragon here. So they got a 2 Drake, and it's going to be an Ocean Soul type of game. So Marshall's going to have to look to start to play a little bit more aggressive somewhere. I mean, I'd really like to see Lee Sin probably try to path bot. It does look like they're going to go ahead and go for this Rift Herald here, though, which super smart play. But now where are you going to drop it? Which lane is winning? I mean, arguably, you probably want to go ahead and... I'd probably say you want to try to make a look for a play on the bot if you're Lee Sin. I mean, Diana's just got such good wave clear here. Lee Sin's going to go ahead and get caught out by the Diana here. She's going to go ahead and find him, drop the Ignite. Lee Sin's going to go ahead and Dragon Kick her away. Had to respect that Mord could be close by as well. And we see Sejuani now rotating around in the mid lane too. So Marshall playing, I mean, they're not playing terrible right now. I think they're doing pretty well. I think just the poke of this Caitlyn right now is just going to be so much for them to deal with that if they don't look to make a play bot here soon, that's going to be first turret going over to Caitlyn, who's already sitting on a 40 CS lead right now. So, I mean, even that kill that Ashe has, it's nothing compared to the CS advantage right now that Caitlyn has. I mean, we're sitting at, yeah, Caitlyn's even almost 1,000 gold up right now on the Ashe in the bot lane because of the turret plate. So, I mean, that's a huge component. And here they're looking to go ahead and come back down here. Lee Sin came back down in order to try to help here. Really not a ton that I think Lee Sin can do. Trying to make a play here. But these traps by Caitlyn, just then the poke damage that she can do. Meanwhile, Diana has also rotated because that's going to be first turret. Marshall just needs to give this up. Go ahead and respect it. I mean, you lost first turret down there. That's fine. So now that you know that, though, and you know there's 3 members, push mid. Go drop Rift Herald mid. Go help push that out. You know that they're going to reset. Good job. Good job, Marshall. I like this play. You know that Diana's in the bot. You know Sejuani's the only one there. So you're not going to get the turret, but I mean, at the very least, you get a good chunk down. Lee Sin's got to be careful here. Oh, there comes the pool. Oh, nice, huge regen there. Especially with the Caitlyn rotating. Again, but see, now that the first turret's gone in the bot lane, Caitlyn's just going to be able to go ahead and do the exact same thing that she did to bot. And now Vlad's got to go ahead and try to deal with her. And he's not going to be able to deal with her like he's able to go ahead and deal with Diana. So, ooh, big Morg snare there. Lee Sin, not much that you can do. That's going to be a shutdown going over there. Oh, Vlad's trying to get away. Has the regen, but it's just not going to be enough. Oh, another Morg snare coming out there. And then that's the perfect combo between this pair here. So Morg snares her with her Q. Caitlyn drops the trap right under her. So the second that she's no longer CC'd, she's CC'd again. So it allows you just so much time to be able to poke. So I can respect the fact that you bought the QSS, but you have to pick when you're going to use that. Like, is it going to be for the Morgana Q, or is it going to be the Caitlyn trap that she's going to drop right away? So, unfortunate there for Marshall. Osage is just taking that next advantage that they have here. And this Caitlyn is just pulling so far ahead here. There's not going to be much that that Marshall's going to be able to do right now. They're going to need to try to get a little bit tankier here. Lee Sin pushing out the bot wave. Meanwhile, Diana's just going to go ahead and take away his blue buff. While 3 members of Marshall are going to be mid. And it does look like they are looking to try to start to play around that Drake there that's coming up on the map. Lee Sin, you got to be careful there, bud. Ooh, able to land a nice play there, but do you have the damage? There's the ultimate coming out. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a 2-level advantage on you there, bud. And now there's a TP from Mord coming in, too. No. Oh, that could be a nice turn there. TP also coming in. All right. Mordekaiser taking some to the death realm, but here comes the ultimate out of the Maokai into the bot. Oh, no, you got to target Caitlyn. Oh, yeah. All right, now you got to get away here, Maokai, but unfortunately, I just don't think that you're tanky enough. Oh, maybe, unless Caitlyn's going to be super risky. Oh, she drops the ultimate. Here's Lee Sin, gets a nice shutdown there, so relatively decent turnout there for Marshall. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty nervous. I mean, meanwhile, Lee Sin's now got at least the Drake. I mean, you should be able to see that Morgana and Sejuani go ahead and looking to reset here. Yeah, Lee Sin, get out of there now, bud. Takes the ward hop out. Can easily see that Diana is also down here too. So, I mean, you got the 5-man advantage. So you can go ahead and make this play. Oh, Lee Sin going in just a smidge early. Oh, nice there by the Vlad. Getting the pool down there. Just dropping the Q. All right, you got priority. It's a 4v3 here. You can see that Mord is up there in the top. You just got to go for this if you're Marshall. Yeah, you can pull it out. That's fine, but, I mean, Mord doesn't have TP, so you know that this could be free, but there's a huge Diana ultimate. They are able to go ahead and secure the Ocean Drake here, and now here's a solid team fight. Now we need to get the Caitlyn down here, and Marshall is able to go ahead and do it, but it costs them 2 kills, and that's a double kill going over to the Caitlyn for Osage. So Marshall doing a good job. Going to go ahead and get this mid turret as well. Looks like they're going to go ahead and elect to push up. They don't have much of a wave here, so but you're going to have to send somebody top in order to answer for this Mord, because Mord's now got a turret as well. So I like the vision game here, too, that I'm seeing from Osage. I mean, you can just tell how much that they prioritize this Drake down here in the bot. They have the whole river covered there. Maokai coming up top here to try to go ahead and push out some of this wave. Lee Sin's going to get probably most of it. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This Caitlyn's going to be real tough here for Marshall to deal with. Sunfire Cape going to go ahead and come out from the Maokai here soon too. I know you can't see it on your screen here, but I can see that the Mordekaiser there is pinging who's got ultimates or who used ultimates in that team fight, trying to keep track of when some of those are going to start coming back up. Okay, Marshall's trying to go ahead and defend this mid turret. My guess is that Osage is just going to go ahead and put a lot of members mid here. There's not a ton of damage left to be taken by this turret. Mord trying to go ahead and make a flank here, but he's spotted out by this nice ward here. I still think this game it can go either way here. I think a lot of it is going to go ahead and come down to these team fights and how it's definitely, I think it's going to come down to Marshall and the way that they prioritize targets within their team fight. Somebody's going to get caught in the death realm. Oh, that's just unfortunate there from Lee Sin getting caught out. And that's most likely going to go ahead and give priority over this mid turret too. Because now Sejuani and Diana, in my opinion, should push up that top wave, put more pressure up here, so that way Marshall has to send somebody, and then they have to give up this turret. So, again, we're going to see a lot of, yeah, not much that you can do. Vlad's going to pull away from the I believe that's the W from Mordekaiser there. Or the E, sorry, the E. Lee Sin is now back up, so there's no minions here in the mid. Bot lane is pushing out for Marshall. Top turret, I think it's going to go ahead and just kind of push out. But again, all members looking to go ahead and put some pressure down here in the mid. It's okay to go ahead and run it down, I guess. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's looking for like a flank play here. She's going to go ahead and take all the Raptor camps, which is smart. Go ahead and start pulling away some of those resources. Diana also looking for a flank over here. No ward is going to spot her out until she gets about there. So look for a Diana flank coming in here. There's the Maokai down low. And that's going to be Maokai down. All right, now this is the team fight for Osage. All right, they're going to... should look to go ahead and put even more pressure down on this turret. Leona being half health. There's not much that she can do here in order to help defend this. I mean, the only thing that I could see making a huge impact is a nice big Vlad pool. And then, oh my god, that Morgana Q is just so much range. Yeah, but Caitlyn's going to go ahead and just be able to chunk this turret down. And I think it's smart that Marshall's not going to go ahead and engage on that. Like, you really can't. Like, especially with two members close to half health. Like, Caitlyn's just... she's just going to poke you to death here, so... Meanwhile, Diana pushing up the bot lane. Gonna force Marshall to go ahead and split something. Like, they keep sending either Mordekaiser or Diana into these side waves to push. And they're just going to catch back up in CS. And they're going to eventually find some of these isolated deaths here. They're just going to find them in these blind spots that don't have any vision and start to really pull some of these kills back down. We see the next Ocean Drake is up, and both teams are going to try to prioritize this. Maokai does have ultimate. That's the Sunflare coming out from Leona. Maokai elects to TP in, and they're going to go ahead and know that he's down there as they're TPing right onto a ward. Gosh, that Morgana Q's just got so much range here. All right, here comes the Maokai ultimate. That is a nice choke point, but only going to get a couple members. Oh, man, that Leona's just going to be taking huge damage. Oh, then that's going to be Drake at the very least here. Oof. That Lee Sin just got obliterated. So that's going to be Ocean. Not Soul yet, but it does give them Soul Point. And then if I was Osage, I would take that bot lane turret. But they're pinging to go ahead and go for Baron. Respawn timers are there. I mean, Lee Sin's not back up for another 5 seconds. Caitlyn 7 and 3 now. Yeah, you should have the damage there, and especially with the Warmogs too on Sejuani. So yeah, they should just be able to go ahead and burst this down. And I don't think no, look at how fast that health bar is going down. Marshall can't contest this, so now they just really need to just turtle. Just turtle. Just defend. Get a little vision in your jungle here and there if you can. Just drop some wards over the wall so you can watch out for some of those flanks. And you just pretty much have to wait out this Baron buff for what is going to feel like an eternity for Marshall here. So, especially too because this Diana is starting to get a little beefy. The Mordekaiser there finished the Leandries and the Rylai's Crystal as well. There's not a ton of MR on the side of Osage. So, I mean, a big Vlad pool coming out. The problem is he doesn't have a ton of AP either. Like, instead of Zanya's, maybe going Rabadon's Death Cap first, like, would have made a larger impact for these team fights. But, I mean, obviously does make you a little squishier, too. Doesn't give you some of the CDR, but, I mean, it's a tough call, but... All right, we see Osage is looking to go ahead and use these Baron-empowered minions to crack into Marshall's base, trying to get this inhib turret down. And I think they got just enough in this cannon minion to be able to sit back there, and there's nothing that Marshall can do here. All of these darn Caitlyn traps just blocking the whole entrance. Maokai trying to do something, but here comes another Baron-empowered wave. That's going to be it. Now Maokai's going to go ahead and be caught out. There's not enough damage here with just the Ashe. Oh, that's a nice Sejuani ult there as the re-engage tool coming out there. Well, that's a nice Lee Sin coming in, but it's going to go ahead and cost him his life as well. Oh, that's a nice pool coming out. Is it going to be enough damage, though? Ooh, not quite enough damage. Vlad's trying to find his way around, but... Oh, that's a nice stopwatch there. Does he have enough? He's going to be able to pull away here. Oh, tries to go ahead and get the flash play onto the Caitlyn, but it's not going to be enough. That's going to go ahead and be Osage. Go ahead and turning this one around here. Marshall had it in the beginning, but definitely Osage really flipped it on him and was able to come out victorious. So congratulations to them. Moving up the Swiss bracket here a little bit. And I will go ahead and update those standings as well for this match. And yeah, and week 2 will be coming out tomorrow. So make sure that you check that spreadsheet that I've shared with your team captains. You'll find a week 2 tab down at the bottom. And yeah, so if you want your match streamed either Saturday or Monday, go ahead and reach out to me. And I will put you on a priority list. It is first come, first serve. Otherwise, that's going to be it for me tonight. And I will hopefully see you Saturday. So